We travel on Norwegian cruise lines for New Year's. This is like our third year doing it. We always take a group with us, and we were on the Norwegian Escape this year out of Port Canaveral, and it was an experience. We had a group of 15 this time, had a great time, but kids, out of control kids, and welcome back to Vet Hat Travels and Eats. I'm Thomas. As I was stating in the intro, yes, we do a New Year's Eve cruise every year. Well, this is our third year. We're going into the fourth. We always have a great time. You know, we've done just the New Year's Eve cruises on NCL. And this year we chose the Escape out of Port Canaveral. And it was really cold this year. You know, the previous years we've had good weather. You know, we've had really good weather for the time of the year. You know, of course, this time is more chillier, you know. But this year, we flew from Vegas to Melbourne. We've never flown into Melbourne before to get to Port Canaveral. And I don't think we'll be doing that again. Nothing against Melbourne. It's a little easier to fly into Port Canaveral if you're going to go to, fly into Orlando to get to Port Canaveral. It's just better transportation getting there, and you can find an Uber quicker, you know, going from Orlando to Port Canaveral and back. But Melbourne is a little different. We had a little trouble trying to get an Uber back to the airport when the ship, you know, when we got back in port. Now, when we flew into Melbourne, it wasn't as bad, but yeah, I think we're going to stick to flying into Orlando. But what I wanted to talk about is NCL. We had a great time, but for some reason this year, kids. Now, don't get me wrong. I love children. I love kids. But on this ship, they were very, very unruly. And I fought the parents for that. In my group, like I said, we had a group of close to 20. We had a lot of reports of just kids running wild. You know, you're trying to sleep in your room, your stateroom at night, and you hear banging above you and then running down the hallway. And, you know, it was a lot of complaints. It wasn't just our group. There were a lot of people complaining about unruly kids. Now, like I said, I love kids, but parents, especially on a cruise ship, you need to pay attention to your children. Make sure that they're in eyesight, unless that they're in the one of the facilities that will watch your children while you know, a night out on the ship or whatever. But it got really out of hand. And, you know, I know NCL they're low staffed. It wasn't a lot of people, employees. I say employees. It didn't seem like it at the bars. We had to wait longer for drinks. And this experience, like I said, it was just a little different. We still had a good time. And when I fill out the survey reports, of course, I'm giving NCL their just due. They're on point, but it just seems like it was lacking help. Now, the shows. NCL has the greatest shows to me. Royal Caribbean, NCL, they're in a class of their own. But they only had the one show, The Choir of Man, which was a good show. It was a good show. It's just, that was it, you know. And we're used to having more things in the auditorium for entertainment purposes. Now, I don't know what you're doing, NCL, but I've been bragging on you all for years about the shows. And like I said, the Choir of Man didn't disappoint, but we could have saw some more, you know. But I'm not complaining because we still had a great time. New Year's Eve celebration, it was great. Now, the one thing, and this is not NCL's fault, is that the cruise ship was just cold. You know, the weather, you know, we ran into some bad weather, and we also missed a stop, which was their island. And, you know, of course, you can expect that this time of year, but, you know, it was just really cold on the ship. You know, we had the heat on in the room, and the hallways were very, very chilly. But, I mean, you know, you just keep going. We still made the best time of it. We met some wonderful people this time, and the food was good. Actually, the food is always good on NCL. The shows are lacking, you know. Just not used to seeing NCL like that, in that capacity. You know, they're top-notch shows. So that was really my complaint, and the kids. Now, they had the glow party, and it's supposed to be in an area where there are only adults allowed. Well, there were kids out there. And I'm just saying, you know, if something were to happen, you know, just try to do the right thing, in other words. You know, I love, like I said, I love children, but, you know, you got to keep an eye on them. We were on a Royal Caribbean ship one time. I'm not going to say the name of it, but there was a 5-year-old operating the elevator. And this was maybe like 11, 12 at night. And my wife asked the little boy, you know, where's your mom? Or where's your dad? Where's your family? He said the casino. So, of course, when we got to our floor, I let one of the stewards or the cabin stewards or one, you know, let them know that there was a little child on this elevator going up and down, didn't know where his mom was, and you're on a cruise ship. Anything can happen on a cruise ship. I'm talking about bad things. And that's the reason why I said, you know, we need to do a better job watching the children, you know. And if you cannot watch your kids, if you cannot control them, do not bring them on a cruise ship. You're just asking for trouble, because that's all that's out there is trouble for people who are not responsible. So that's all I'm saying, you know. But all in all, we had a great time. Again, we're going to do the NCL getaway. I believe it's the getaway, and it's out of New Orleans this year. So for the New Year's Eve celebration, we'll be on the ship. But prior to, you know, we're going to party in New Orleans and just have a great time. So we're expecting probably triple of what went this time because of the reviews that we've had from them to their friends. We have a great time in New Year's Eve celebration on NCL, period. So thank you guys for watching. This was just my quick review. Hey, if you've gone on a cruise ship for New Year's Eve, doesn't necessarily have to be NCL. I want to hear about it. Let me know the fun that you had. Thank you guys for watching. This is Thomas again from Vet Hat Travels and Eats. Peace.